We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
All right, traveling IT guy on Twitter. Traveling IT guy on Twitter. All right. Is that like his name?
One
Traveling
day I will
IT
have
guy?
to ask him his name. It's the only name I have.
I don't
it's
really.
a
I mean,
handle. It's identifier.
It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. I got no problems with that. Just wanted to know if you added the guy or if the guy was on there.
That's his
if
handle.
It's just traveling IT. Yeah. Okay, good. Bought a refurbished Denon X4000 receiver. Yay! Everything was working fine. Then he moved some stuff around for his Christmas party. When he went to use his sound system, it shut off after being on for only 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's short.
That's a short period of time. He unplugged it from the wall, then plugged it back in, but the same thing happened. Any ideas? He's hoping he doesn't need to buy a new receiver. We all know what this is.
It's a short.
Well, it's a short. I mean, that's exactly what. And not only that, we all, if you've listened to this podcast long enough, let's all say it together: check your speaker wire.
Yeah.
And if you say you've already checked it, check them again and again. Right, Jonathan? I think Jonathan found it the third go around, if I remember correctly. He found it the third go around.
I'm still waiting to hear from Lee whether that was his problem. I don't think he
he's
will
never
ever
gonna
admit
admit
it. He will never.
He's
admit
not going to admit it. Ain't gonna happen.
He just keeps saying, "Oh, I don't turn my sound up loud enough to make it happen anymore." I'm like, I bet you checked your speaker wires, Lee. I bet that's what. Why are we giving Lee such a hard time this podcast? I don't know.
He's got it coming, dude. He's got it coming. Lee's a nice guy. So yeah, that's your problem for sure. I mean, like 99% of the time, it is speaker wire. This has happened to me. This has happened to Rob.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened to every single one of us.
And you always feel like it can't be. I know what I'm doing. I hooked all this up correctly. I was super careful when I hooked all this up. It can't be. It always is. And I tweeted him back, and he's like, yeah, that was it. So we know the answer to this one, but it is always a good reminder. And please, nobody feel silly about it or anything like that, because, as Tom just said, we have all done it. We have all done it multiple times.
It's happened in this theater that I'm sitting in right now. It's happened, and I've there's very little. I mean, I just go back there. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. What's happening is that the speaker, there's so much wire and everything's so tight back there that the speaker, the metal on the banana plugs is like getting too close.
Yeah.
So I have to like pull up some slack and then kind of separate everything out. I'm like, I should just shove some cardboard down in between those. So that I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound like a fire hazard at all, you idiot. Why did your house burn down, Tom? Well, I was short. My speaker wires out, so I added some, some trinitrocellulose between the things, and poof, it's like an onkyo back there. All right. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.